What's different about tonight compared to this losing streak you've been on? What do you see out of your team that we haven't seen?
I think I told them this too, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. What you all saw tonight is what I see every single day in practice. For whatever happens, you know, we made some shots tonight. So in those other games when we have those lulls, it's like a domino effect, right? And there's no pulling ourselves out of it. What you saw tonight is what I see every single day in practice. A team that believes, a team that fights, a team that's doing everything they can to follow the game plan. Nebraska's a great ball team, and they just made a few more plays in that starting stretch tonight.
So how do you get this translated tonight?
Just keep pouring into them. Every single day, just keep pouring into them. You know, we talked at shoot around a little bit today. I got a quote sent to me. Jalen Hurts. It's okay, he said it. But I have a purpose before you all had opinions. And that's what we talked about as a team. Like, our purpose every single day, you know, the season, their life, their purpose is bigger than what we've been going through, and it's just a matter of battling through adversity, staring you straight in the eyes, blocking out all the noise, believing in who you are, believing in what we're trying to do. And I think they just bought into it. You know, hang on to your purpose, hang on to why you're doing this, play with the most joy, and play as hard as you possibly can. Make sure when you lay down tonight, there's not one single regret, and I thought that's exactly how we attacked today.
Rashonda and McKenna mentioned that you had sent a text out last night. Don't know if you do this before every game.
No.
But why did you do it?
Just
What was the message?
just came over my heart. And it was pretty long, actually. I just kept talking from my heart. Told him that I thought we had 2 really good practices in a row. And just to stay right there, and keep believing and keep pouring into each other, no matter what your role is. Buy into that role and believe that at the end of the day, as a collective unit, we do everything we can to get it done together. Talked about, like, I know what their legacy is. Their legacy isn't what's been showing up in box scores. Their legacy is a group of 13 young women that has looked adversity in the eyes and stared it down and not backed down for a second. A group of young ladies that have stayed together. A group that is committed to doing it for each other and doing it for Purdue. We've got 8 games left. A group that finds a way to put the train back on the tracks full steam ahead.
You've had to patchwork the point guard position a little bit more with Jordan. Just McKenna ran that for you a little bit in the first half. Would you like what she did there?
Yeah, honestly, it was more about just trying to get in misdirection for her, for Spider, right? You know, it was more or less all a decoy, right? Just, you know, get the ball and kind of throw the ball to Spider, make them guard the shuffle screen, and maybe they were late to the hedge. You know, I thought in the first half, Spider was really, really good and knew that she needed to be special for us to have a chance to win. Because I thought, and then I think I gave Dez a couple of looks at it, Ella maybe 2, but thought Spider was the only one with the speed who could get around their edge. And man, she played as hard as she possibly could, and she was pretty special for us.
Last one for me, just with Jordan, kind of timeline for her.
Yeah,
Couldn't see her Sunday.
pretty bad high ankle sprain. It's a good chance we don't see number 10 the rest of the year.
You talked about the message that you gave before this game. Did you think that your players were playing with just more looser, with more fun? Because
just more joy.
When you talked about at times they've had those lulls this season, but it seemed like they just kind of shook it off tonight.
Yeah.
There were certainly instances where that wasn't the case, but it just seemed like they fought it off a little bit better tonight.
Yeah. Every time out, I know sometimes like coaches always talk, but I try to do a better job of getting to them quicker. And sometimes I don't even know what my coaches were saying. Like I just went to the team because I felt like they needed to keep hearing me pour into them. And whether it was a run by Nebraska, and they needed to feel that my belief in them. And I thought that they responded to that. And even when on good runs for us, right? They, just getting into those tunnels and those huddles and just keep pouring into them to encourage them to stay with it.
Did you think this was one of the most consistent nights you guys had shooting the ball? I mean, Sophie looked like she was confident.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, absolutely. Got a lot of threes up today in shoot around. Ball went through the net. Kenna obviously shot it really well. She's been getting those looks. Sophie got some really good looks at Illinois. Some of them were pretty deep, but those are the looks she wants Soph to take. And I feel for the kid because she was cramping pretty good and having a really, really great night for us, but couldn't get rid of the cramps tonight. And not just on the offensive end, like that kid was locked in and engaged, playing really hard on the defensive end. Just gotta keep building on that.
So no such thing as a moral victory, but what do you take from a loss like this one that was so close that you guys were in it, played great defense, you played great offense? What do you take from this game that you move forward with into your next game and beyond?
I think hopefully it just gives us confidence. That we can play with some of the top teams in the Big Ten. I know we haven't, and I know it's gone. The way that no one in our locker room wants it to go. But just the confidence that we can. It's a 6-point game and we got 21 turnovers, right? Like just little things like that. And maybe that's youth, maybe that's Spider getting tired down the stretch, whatever it is. But man, our kids competed. I think about what KP and Lana did on Alexis Markowski. The kid had 14 points at halftime. We didn't send her to the free throw line. Thought KP especially did a great job of just keep sliding her feet with her make shots falling away from the rim. And we wanted to take away the 3-point line from them. And we thought that was going to give us the best opportunity. Credit Britt Prince for stepping up there and making 2 really big timely pull-up jumpers for them. And then, man, they shot it well from the free throw line. They don't normally do that, but they shot it well tonight.
On the bench, there was a lot of bright spots tonight. Sophie had a really good first half of energy, and Kendall was really good on the board. What kind of impact does that give you off the bench as a team?
Yeah, just huge. Gotta have it every day. Sophie has been locked in and engaged. And you have just seen the growth with KP over the last few weeks. A kid that's hungry, a kid that wants it, and I think she's been not afraid to allow her energy and enthusiasm for the game to pour into other people.
With a quick turnaround, another game on Sunday against Wisconsin, are you sending the same message you did into this one to your players, or trying to hammer one more?
Yeah, well, first of all, we got to make sure we take care of our bodies, tomorrow will be pretty light, but a lot of walkthrough, making sure we're as fresh as we can for a quick turnover. This is our 3rd game of the week, so we got to make sure we're doing our job and taking care of their bodies, but mentally locked in and coming out. And we're going to play against a pretty good Wisconsin team. I know their record doesn't show it as well, but they just had a huge win against Michigan last night. They made 12 threes, so they've got a really good post player inside, and obviously if they made 12 threes, they can shoot it. So we've got to be locked into what we want to do. If it comes to my heart, if it comes to my heart, Mike, it was just heavy on my heart, and I needed them to know exactly how I felt in the moment.